So you got a little stuck at the coop, but this time is just magic. Beautiful. Really lovely ride. Body control is beautiful over the jumps. The horse is absolutely ideal. He's such a nice horse. How long have you had him?
8 years.
Yeah. You guys, you look like you know each other really well.
He was a dressage baby who didn't jump.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's just got, I think he's thankful that he doesn't have to do that anymore.
Sorry, buddy.
Why should I apologize? Ugly. 0 for 2 in this group. It's interesting, you know, earlier in the day, the horses actually were really good on that line. It doesn't mean that everybody nailed the 6 the first time, but the horses were really good at getting their eye on the jump.
Yeah, he did not.
Yeah, not at all. But you know, you held them left well going to the pink oxer. No, you were. Oh, there is no holding them left afterwards. It's a direct line.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're absolutely right. You continue to hold them left.
I think I held like 2 or 3 strides straight.
And there's 0 strides after the jump. If you actually get the horse to stay left over the pink oxer, it is very much after that, stay right and keep riding. And so it's, if you walk that line, that 6 walks very similar to that 4 on a bend. Now, I don't think it's really the inclination of any horse to continue on a 12-foot stride on a 60-degree turn. You know, every horse's inclination to shorten stride a little bit after that line. Add to it, you know, that little bit of a turn that you're doing. I think you've got to keep riding in order to make that 12-foot stride happen. I mean, the fact that both of you guys are having problems with that line is more an indication of what you're not doing or what you are doing as opposed to your horse's ability. Because I know that both of these horses are very good. First jump fine, second jump fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's a fine ride, fine distance. There is no apology necessary. You've asked bigger questions than that over the last couple of days, so that was a fine ride. After the 5, I would have liked to have seen you collect your horse a lot more around the turn in preparation for this line. I think what I see is that you've got a horse that kind of strung out on too long a stride coming to this oxer. Given the way that you jumped in, you had to sort of throttle him down a little bit all the way to this. No leg, all hand going to this jump. He just swaps on it. And you end up with a big hind rub at that jump. Where, you know, if you're collecting him more effectively through the turn, riding up, coming out of the turn a little bit, then I think you end up with a better result down to that vertical. And, you know, I thought you were fine on that line until, yeah, you know, over top of that jump, I think all you have to do is just keep, once you get him to sort of stay right, or sorry, left a little bit going through that jump, after that it's pretty much just stay on the inside line and keep going. Try it again. All up to you. said that the real key to success in the last jump, I think yeah, I just thought that first group was brilliant. But it is interesting, you know, with watching the first group this morning, they really did. The horses understood it well, the riders rode it well. Yeah. No, I think she's pretty good. You were done straight up. Or I could also say, if you were as crooked as her, I'd be happy. Good. He does get a little quick on that line.
I goosed a little.
Yeah, no, it was fine. It was fine. I thought the rest of the course was really nice. You've got great body control.
Thank you.
Just understanding where you're supposed to be is a big thing. Once you understand where you're supposed to be, you've got the ability to control your body as well or better than anybody else all day long, for sure. As well, if not better than you. What she does over the top of the jump is almost better than what you do over the top of the jump. I think sometimes over the top of the jump, your upper body can maybe fall forward a little bit sometimes. What I absolutely love about your body is that you can land after the jump and be in the identical position to where you were in the last ride of the jump. And that's a really great trait to have, especially on a horse like this, who is a big moose of a thing.
You learn kind of fast.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so single, you better use those first two jumps a little bit too. Oh, right. All right, you start that again. More collected on landing. I don't mind the first jump, I just don't like landing after it. Collected. Much better. Stop there as well. Too erratic. Way too erratic through that course. Good first jump, backward second jump, forward third jump, backwards, just all over the place. And there's got to be more consistency in your identification of the distance, really. So I think that on a few of those jumps, I think that there's a couple of different options regarding distances. It's just that every time you chose the opposite option of what you had done at the jump before. So I actually don't mind the shorter option, the longer option. or the shorter option here. I don't mind any of them,
altogether.
but you've just got to be more consistent about which option you're choosing. And I actually think that at all of those jumps, all three of those jumps, the same two options existed. You either had to ride forward for the long one or hold for the short one, and you just kept going back and forth. It makes it really hard. Yeah, it makes it really hard for the horse to know what he's supposed to look for, because the horses are absolutely helping in the process of trying to find the distance. But you'll confuse him by keep changing things. Also watch how she goes around this turn each time. After the first jump and after the yellow vertical, watch how she turns back to the coupe and to this jump here. And the shape of your turn is always different than what it should have been. She'll land and turn a lot earlier than what you did. So you see her starting to turn there, you would have gone 4 more strides straight. And the same thing going back to the 5 stride. That allows her to get down here and square up. Still a little erratic regarding
Started with not enough impulsion, and then we had it finally.
I love the 6 to the last one, so I thought that was beautiful. So you had him left enough over the pink oxer, and then just stayed on that inside track and kept going. Got to the roll top, you knew where you were, you just sort of held him out a little bit. It was beautiful, really, really nice on the last time. Still just all of these jumps here.
It takes him a while to get going or something.
Yeah, and that's something you've got to be able to manufacture that right from the beginning. Just get them in front of you properly. Just saying, and you might have been watching Kelly as she was going from the first jump to the second jump, and also from the yellow to the green oxer. The shape of your turn is really good. Where I thought you were miles too wide that direction each time. Almost what you want to be thinking about doing is, say, going from the yellow back to this oxer here. That corner of the arena, it's sort of a funny corner over there. You almost want to be parallel to that, to the railing as you're going past the green roll top, and that's what enables you to get down here and get square onto this line. Clearly you've done enough of this stuff that you can picture that really well. It's sort of the spatial awareness and understanding of how to make things happen. It's just really a product of experience, and it's something that you can picture that turn really nicely. And likewise, you've got a handy enough little horse where you can do a tighter turn and make that happen really easily. And for a horse like this, you've got to be more correct, just because you don't have that nimble little horse like this here. So just go back, try that one more time.
And I think it comes down to your committed thing. Here I'm committed to my 5, so I finally start riding. I need to commit like there's 5.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. You know, where, you know, the 5 here, the 5 here, both of these jumps have really good positive rides out of the turn.
I'm picking out of the corner.
Yeah, both of these jumps are maybe erring on the side of being a little bit too forward and too aggressive. Nothing wrong with that. I'll take it. So once again, you know, it all comes down to you. I've got my money on you. You're not going to go out and make the same mistake again. She rides really well. She's got a good eye, great body control. And a pretty cool horse. How's that? This horse is, for a big, long, heavy thing, really light across the ground. Got a little panicky because of the lead change. It was a shame. But the rest of that was really beautiful.
Committed.
So close on the last 6. You know, that's the only thing that I really don't like on that whole course is the last 6. Tell me what happened on that last 6 that made it different than the time before.
Well, this time I felt like I had too much coming in, so I said whoa here.
I agree.
And last time I said whoa here with it.
Yeah, and there's one other thing on there that probably
my body.
Sorry? Yeah, no, I think the time before he landed on the right lead after the pink boxer. That time he landed on the left lead, and you didn't realize that he landed left?
I didn't even feel it.
It's interesting because I would have almost said that the kind of squirty reaction that you got in the middle of the 6 was because of the lead change that you asked him to do in the middle of that line.
Nope.
I've given you too much credit. But that's actually one of the big variables on a line like that is what lead you land on. And when you land on the left lead, the horses end up staying a lot wider. And the process of having to do the lead change, a lot of times the horses can kind of get a little quick for that lead change. So I think if you would have landed on the right lead after that pink boxer, I think it would have been a completely different result. And that's part of what made the time before so pretty. Well, the rest of the course is really, really nice. Good. You ride well.
Thank you.
It was a great horse. You know, if it's a horse like this, you know, you can't judge a book by the cover. You know, he's kind of a funky horse. He's a big, long horse. To watch this horse go around, he's beautifully light. He's very light across the ground. You don't hear thump, 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 thump. It's very adjustable. You know, all of this neuroses that exist here standing around. As he gets going out there, he's just got to, yeah, he's really good at it.
I'd like him to be a derby horse.
And I think he is. He doesn't look. You know, he's very straightforward as far as all of that stuff goes. He's got tons of stride. I think he'd be really good at that.
We'd like to do the 4-foot December and January and then put a derby.
Yeah, you should do it.
Okay.
You should do it. I think he'd be good at it.